Sir Ferdinand Drake, also known as Captain Shreddy. I was born in the land of Ire in the year 1697, Anno Domini. Oh, the land of sheep and cow, the land of peaceful flowing waters and reeds blowing in the soaring winds. I had a rough and tumble upbringing in Ireland, and as a young man, got my first job as a fisherman, where I cast my eyes out on my first true love, the sea. At that time, I'd heard all the legends and stories of famous sailors and pirates from my country. Particularly that of the great Grace O'Malley. Oh, the great female pirate, that fierce lady, God rest her soul. I aspired a lot to be like that seafaring rogue Grace, but most of the men in my country didn't quite have the grit or the gall to go out beyond the Irish and Celtic seas. But I wanted more. I set me sights for the West Indies. It was a time then and there known as the golden age of piracy. Pirates from Spain, France, England and the Netherlands all gathered in the Caribbean to loot and plunder ships like no tomorrow. I was one of them, but I was different than the other buccaneers and privateers out there. I was the one with the most stealth. You see, the way I got around was by framing all those other pirates for me lootings. It ended up in them getting bigger bounties on their heads. And the Navy hung them in the gallows instead of me. I got away with it all. I evaded detection by every naval ship. I didn't leave a single trace of myself behind. I made out like an absolute bandit. I was Captain Shreddy, the Phantom Pirate. Additionally, at that time, there was another Irishman of considerable renown, ironically named Edward England. Oh, he was a fierce man, but in the year 1718, he left the Caribbean in lieu for Africa. This was a problem for me because my cover had started to be blown. You see, I masqueraded as him and a few other pirates back then and there. But as they were dying and as he left, there was still word of an Irish rogue going around the West Indies. It was I, but I had nobody else to pretend to be as. The problems didn't start there, though, boy. There was another pirate known as Edward Teach, aka Blackbeard. Oh, I had many battles with him back in the day. He was a real rebel-rouser. You know, he used to go around with his signature trademark. He wore lit fuses and cigarettes underneath his bandana. They would light up his grueling, merciless face in the midst of night before he slew his enemies. It was quite gruesome and struck fear in the eyes of many of his foes. But he never scared me. He never prevailed over Captain Shreddy. Oh. However, everything changed one day. Oh, on that fateful day when I had a battle with him. And it was a battle like no other. It was my last battle with Blackbeard. You see what happened? The chips were finally down. And for the first time ever, I considered the possibility of my own end. He was shooting cannonballs at my ship like no tomorrow. It was crazy. Bam, bam, again and again. I didn't know what to do. I finally said, I have one last move that I can make. I channeled all of me willpower. Every last drop of willpower I had, I channeled it into me core. Into the very center of me being. I mounted me largest cannon. And using all of the willpower afforded to me, every last fiber of will, I shot off a cannonball so strong, so powerful. Oh, I went right for him. But it actually missed. However, the power of my cannonball was so strong, so potent, it actually shot me by the kickback far, far away. Oh, I'm talking far, far away, boy. Like, out into outer space. I was up into outer space going faster than the speed of light. In hindsight, time around me had actually slowed down. So time had passed, and either by the power of some outside entity or sheer circumnavigation of the universe itself, I traveled far and ended up back on these same blue, rippling, beautiful waters of this very earth where I had started. Oh, it was a miracle. However, it was 3 whole centuries later. I lost a lot of things that day. I lost me crew. I lost me original pirate hat. But there's one thing I did not lose. And that was me sheer iron will. Some time has passed since I made me return back to Earth. I've had time to adjust to the modern civilian life of this age. I've assimilated amongst you pampered scoundrels. But I still wonder what fate has left in store for me here. But I do know one thing. It seems the captain in me has finally returned. Ha 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 ha.